What is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the best iPhones to buy at the end of 2019. And keyword here is best. So if you don't see a particular iPhone you're looking for in this list, well, that's probably because I personally don't feel it's probably worth the investment at this current time. I'll explain a reason why I didn't include a phone like the iPhone 8 later in this video. Now, the first one is the iPhone 11. You could have guessed it's here, but the reason why it's going number one as my best phone to buy at the end of 2019 is simply because it offers everything you would want in a phone, maybe unless you're looking for the best display and an OLED panel at the end of 2019. You have good battery life. You have really good cameras on this phone as well, so you don't have to worry about that. This phone also gives you pretty good battery life as well, so you don't really got to worry too much about the key things that matter on a smartphone with the iPhone 11. In addition to that, it's pretty accessible to everyone, as Apple, I think, has hit the sweet spot with a price point of $699. Plus, you can do trade-ins on your old devices, which even lower that price point. So for me, this is probably the best everyone iPhone to buy at the end of 2019, and it has a really impressive camera, pretty much the same as what you're going to get for the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. Yes, the aluminum sides are kind of old iPhone. They're not, the super premium stainless steel, and you do have the LCD screen, but Apple's found a way to tweak it to look pretty darn good. So for the reasons mentioned, I think this is the best phone for everyone right now. Not for the Pro, but definitely for someone who just wants a great iPhone. They want a great deal on a phone. This is the middle tier option of the new iPhones and the best you can buy at this current price point. And the great thing is, again, it comes in multiple colors. It's also built to last. Okay, guys, so for number two is the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 11 Pro. Now, these phones aren't going number two because they're the second best. I mean, they are technically superior to the iPhone 11, but they're my second recommendation because I realize that most people are still going to buy the iPhone 11 just because it's the cheaper device. So with that being said, I think the iPhone 11 offers most of what these devices offer, and these really are only catered towards pro users or people that are really enthusiasts about having the best of the best on their phone. They're not really necessary if you're just looking for a good iPhone. And for that reason, I'm putting them at number two, but they technically are the best iPhones you can buy. The triple camera on the iPhone 11 is superb. The beautiful green color is also awesome for this device. It has a very premium stainless steel build around the edges of the phone. Overall, it gets brighter, it has a much better display, and it even has better battery life than the iPhone 11. And for that reason, many people might still buy this one, even though they're gonna have to pay more for it. Still, the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max go number two just because their prices are way inflated over the iPhone 11, which makes it less accessible to everyone. Okay, so if you guys were saying, you know what, I don't want to pay for the iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max, it's just too high, or you were also saying at the same time, I don't want that iPhone 11's weak LCD, well, why don't you take a look at last year's iPhone XS? This could be the perfect answer for you, as prices have dipped even below the price point of the iPhone 11 in certain circumstances. Now, also the iPhone XS Max over here is also lower now. So if you wanted a bigger premium phone, but again, you didn't want to pay the price point of the 11 Pro Max or the 11 Pro, these are great options for you. They still have the beautiful stainless steel body of the 11 Pro and Pro Max. They're also a little bit lighter, and they do have dual cameras just like the iPhone 11. Although you do get a telephoto, you don't get the wide angle, you're still getting the dual camera, which allows for portrait mode object detection. And these cameras on the XS and XS Max, let me stress, they're still very good, and they can compete with phones even to this day. Yes, they might not be the best in low light, but there's applications third party you can use to kind of match up to the newer phone. So these are still excellent options here in the iPhone XS and XS Max, just missing out on the best battery life of the newer iPhones, and not having fast chargers in the box is a little bit of a bummer, but still, they're still really good devices. So yeah, if I didn't want to pay for the iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max, but I also didn't want the LCD iPhone 11, that cheaper feeling iPhone, I would just go with a XS or XS Max secondhand, maybe look for one on a deal, even if it's still new, not even opened yet, but somebody's trying to get rid of it because they want to make a sale. This could be a great option for you. And my last one is the Apple iPhone XR. Allow me to explain here. The iPhone XR, like I said in my video like a couple weeks ago, is one of the best values in iPhone today. And that's because This phone is really not that much different from any of the current iPhones, yet it's so much cheaper now, especially after the introduction of the iPhone 11. Now, I'm not talking about the Apple price of $599. I'm talking about like if you trade in a phone for this guy, you can get it for, under $400. And if you're looking secondhand, this is especially where I'm talking about as well, you could find the 10Rs at extremely low price points in the fours, maybe mid threes. So this phone is representing great value right now to people who are willing to dig a little bit further than just maybe the Apple Store. In addition, you're getting an Apple A12 CPU in here, tons of color options if you would like. You get a 4K 60p camera. You get Face ID like on the other iPhones in the lineup. It still has the modern iPhone look and feel. In addition to that, it will be supported for years to come. It's currently rocking iOS 13, and you do have dark mode on here. So, and even with the new update here with the iOS, they now have the haptic feedback, which allows you to do shortcuts, which makes it a little bit better than when it first launched. It didn't have no feature like that. So I think the iPhone XR is actually better now than it was when it first launched. In addition, pretty good front-facing camera as well. So the iPhone XR, it's a thumbs up. Strong battery life on the whole, and you can still get this thing in all those colors that it launched with. Not to speak of wireless charging. There's still some Android phones that are launching at over $600 that don't have wireless charging. So that's it, guys. These are the iPhones I recommend to buy at the end of 2019. Now, you might be saying, Nick, where's the iPhone 10? Nick, where is the iPhone 8 Plus? Nick, where's the 7 Plus? Where's the 8? And the reason those are not included is because the older iPhones have come down, and I think they're better options to go ahead and recommend. The iPhone 10 is starting to get a little bit old here as the XR has become cheaper, and I think it's a better value. The 8 Plus is kind of like really getting old with its design and things like that, so I still will cover it in future videos. And the iPhone 8 is about to be replaced by an iPhone SE 2 in just a few months. So I wouldn't fall for the deals on the iPhone 8 because it's going to be replaced here shortly at a similar price point and probably have a better overall package. And if the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max are out of your range, you got the iPhone 11. All three of the new iPhones out of your range, you got the iPhone XS and XS Max as great options. So yes, there's an abundance and a variety of iPhones to choose from at the end of 2019. Let me know the ones you picked or the phone you're going with, or maybe if you got two, let us know down below what you upgraded to, if you're gonna get an iPhone, if you're not gonna get an iPhone. But the great thing about all of these iPhones is they're all still supported. They're all on iOS 13. If you guys found this video helpful, entertaining, informing, do me a favor, click that thumbs up for me, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn the bell notification on so you don't miss any of my upcoming updates. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. I will catch you all in the very next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.